What's good, people? Back with another video. Arsenal won, Bayern Leverkusen won. We are literally watching our fan base start to crumble over a draw, a 1-1 draw. Only Newcastle got a draw, everyone else lost from the English sides in the Champions League. I believe we've done well. The end result, in the day, it's 1-1. We're bringing back to Emirates on Tuesday the 17th. We beat them, we're through to the next round. It's basically 0-0. It's not that deep. You know, I've seen this is like when you're going for something great, you got to take the rough with the smooth. This is the rough patch. We have to have a rough patch. We can't be great all season. I'd rather we have a rough patch now and we push on and become great towards the end of the season, like how we started, rather than be great now and then dip off in the next few weeks. Next week is huge for Arsenal. But let's talk about the game. Martinelli hit the bar. Great move. Saka's no-look pass to Timber. Timber's put it into Eze. Eze stepped over the ball, left it for Gyökeres. Gyökeres onto Martinelli. Martinelli hits the bar. Great chance. Should have scored. Went downhill from there. Saka wasn't releasing the ball after that. I think that's probably his only pass that he made that was actually pretty decent. Other than that, he just wasn't releasing the ball quick enough. He wasn't beating his man. Wasn't crossing the ball well. Just a bit off today. And he's allowed to have off days. Look, man, he's been our best player for the last 3-4 seasons. Without a shadow of a doubt. He's probably tired. Mentally got engaged this year. He's in the studio with Thames. He's doing so much. He's constantly on social media doing PR stuff and trying to be our captain as well. There's a lot going on for the lad. He's still young. People forget that he's still quite young. So I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon and start saying Saka should be dropped and Saka this, Saka that. What I will say is that it could be rotated. I think keep Saka for the Premier League. Games like today, or yesterday, should I say, I believe were set up for Max Dowman. I said that in my pre-match talk, my match preview. I've said it for weeks. FA Cup and Champions League are set up for Max Dowman. Teams do not know him. He will run at them and cause them absolute havoc. But yeah, we saw Gabriel was under a lot of pressure from Cavani. Cavani, lone striker up there. But the thing is, Leverkusen were getting him the ball. They were making sure when they got the ball, they didn't just break fast, they made sure they found their striker. If he made a run, they got him the ball. We weren't seeing that of our side. If Rice has got the ball, he's not looking for Gyökeres, he's looking to go left or right. If Zubi's got the ball, he's not looking for Gyökeres, he's going left or right. Timber's got the ball, he's going back. So yeah, it was a tough watch. Timber wasn't great going forward. Didn't seem, apart from that one chance in the first half where he created for Eze to step over, he didn't really overlap well. He got himself in the box, missed a header. I just feel like the Champions League is very, very tough margins. But look, we still got the draw. We have to just keep reminding ourselves it was 1-1. Zubimendi wasn't great. I don't think he was great. I've been saying this all season. I feel Norgard should be playing over Zubimendi, or when Odegaard's fit, Odegaard plays in the 8, Eze in the 10. I don't think we need 2 defensive midfielders. I feel like having 2 is an overkill. It makes us lack creativity, lacks players going forward. And then when we do go forward, Martinelli for me was way too slow. I don't think he was pushing forward enough. I think he beat his man once. When he did, he got fouled and he got booked, which makes me wonder if he could push forward even more. Then you create chances, you get the corners, get free kicks. This is how we win games. Obviously, second half starts. They score immediately from a corner, one of ours. But this is the thing, they're pushing forward, so they're going to get corners, they're going to get free kicks. And, weren't down to the last minute of the game where Noni's pushing forward, gets brought down, arguably gets brought down. I'm not sure if it was a penalty or not myself. I'd be fuming if that was given against us. I'm not gonna lie, very very soft penalty. But the Champions League, they gave it. They VAR checked it as well, so not much you can say about it. Kai Havertz has stepped up under pressure from his boyhood club that he played for 10 years. Massive weight on his shoulders, and he's put the ball in clinically and saved us on the night, really and truly. Because if we'd have lost 1-0, it would have been not the worst result. Still only 1 goal deficit. But sometimes I worry where we're going to create these chances from. I just feel like we don't have enough going forward. I think Pep was saying that he doesn't think now that Rodri can play in the centre on his own. He needs another defensive midfielder. The way the Premier League set up or the way that Europe set up or whatever. And I don't know if Rice needs Zubamendi there. I really, really don't. Because if every team's playing with a 10 and then one striker, in the centre you've only got 2 players and then you've got 2 defensive midfielders. It's like it's cancelling each other out. Someone needs to do something different. So therefore, if we did play, I think even Norgard over Zubamendi would have made a massive difference yesterday, really and truly. Maybe the players had too much rest. Because how can you have... We made 10 changes, Martin Keown was saying at the start of the game. I thought, wow, that's a lot. How can you have 10 changes and look tired? Doesn't make sense. But Madueke looked the freshest. Madueke played in the previous game. So maybe the rest isn't optimal for these players. Maybe having too much rest is making them lethargic, and it's better to just keep on going and ploughing through to the end of the season, and you just find that extra bit of adrenaline and motivation in you just to fight and get through. Who knows? We saw Gyökeres no service whatsoever. They literally rugby tackled him in the first minute of the game. That should have been a clear sign to us that they know he's a threat. And we put nothing in for him, no service. It's actually... sometimes I'm watching Arsenal play and I'm like, it's like these guys don't know how to play football. I'm not trying to be negative. I don't want to be negative, but it's like they've forgotten what we're supposed to do. They've missed the whole point of the ball supposed to go in the back of the opponent's net. By doing that, you need to take a shot. And by getting a shot, you need to pass forward or cross the ball or create opportunities. If no chances are created and we don't shoot, as my old coach used to say, if you don't shoot, you don't score. And that's basically what's happening. We're not scoring because we're not shooting, we're not creating. But yeah, Noni done well when he came on. I have to give him a lot of credit. He pushed forward. He could have just come on and done what Saka done, really and truly, but he didn't. He tried to make a difference, and he did make a difference. People slated that signing, the money we spent from Chelsea, this, that, the other. But look, he saved us on the night. He scored some really good goals this season. Not many, but when he's needed to step up, he has. And for a winger, listen, I don't know how Saka and Martinelli didn't get taken off after 60 minutes. Like, no one's bigger than the club. If you're not performing, there's reason for you to be taken off. But I think Saka should have come off and Martinelli. And I'd have put Madueke on the left, Dowman on the right. I guarantee we would have won that game. With Dowman and Madueke creating chances, there's no way Gyökeres is not scoring. Or Eze is not scoring. They're both going to attack. But yeah, I think that, like I said earlier, the game was set up for Max Dowman to come on. I don't think we're going to see him, but I feel like one day I just hope Arteta has the balls to play him, because that game is definitely set up. They don't know him. He looks to attack. Champions League's a lot more open. The game was wide open yesterday. All the games were. I watched Chelsea get battered 5-2. The game was massively open. Spurs got battered 5-2. Huge amount of goals being scored. Who else? City lost 3-0. I watched that game end to end. I was trying to watch all the games. Who else got beat as well? No, Liverpool lost 1-0. So, there's been a lot of goals being scored. The Champions League is wide open. Bayern Munich scored 6 or something crazy as well. So, there's a lot of goals being scored. So, us scoring 1 for a penalty it's okay. I'm trying not to be negative. I'm trying to find the positives. The positives are we go to the Emirates 1-1. That's the positive. The negative is that we're not creating enough chances. We don't look like a side that's going to win this tournament. We don't look like a side that's benefiting from the rotation. We don't look like a side that has the legs to win a quadruple, treble, double, or even the Champions League or Premier League right now. But anyway, look, don't be negative. Next week, well, not even next week, but the next 3 games, yeah, are problematic. We've got Everton at home on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Cool. I'll speak about that later in the week. We meet Bayern Leverkusen next Tuesday for the second leg decider, knockout last 16 to see if we can go through. We play Sporting or Bodø/Glimt. We've got the easier side of the legs, and maybe that's shown because we got a draw and everyone else lost apart from Newcastle and Barcelona. But let's just say the game after that, we then go to the Carabao Cup final at Wembley against City. We either have a chance to go through to the quarterfinals and win the Carabao Cup and really kickstart some more extra momentum for the end of the season. Put it into that 5th gear. I feel like now we're in 3rd gear right now. We need to find that 5th gear. We find that 5th gear next week. Batter, annihilate, put on a show at the Emirates. And then we go to Wembley and we lift that trophy. Then I feel like that would be enough to spur the players on. I feel like either loss next week could be very problematic for morale. Can they bounce back from that? If we lose against Leverkusen, can they find the emotional? Have they got the emotional stability? Have they got the mental capacity to fight and go, no, do you know what? Cool, we're out of that one. City at the weekend, we can win this. We haven't seen it, so we don't know. And that's the honest answer. We really don't know yet. But we are about to find out because here we are. Here we are. This is the final furlong, the last leg. So yeah, man, next week, Tuesday, Bayern Leverkusen, Sunday, Carabao Cup final, Wembley, Everton on the weekend. 3 massive games. This season's riding on it. I feel like all of the fans, you YouTubers, you subscribers, I know your hearts are in this right now. Everyone's feeling this emotionally. No one, if anyone tells you they haven't got anxiety, they're lying to you. Because real fans know this is where it gets to this is the nitty gritty of it. This is the point where we can throw it all away, which I've done before. Sorry, I can see something on camera that looks like I've got something in my hair. Yeah, and also the hair. It's getting long. I'm hoping on Sunday I can cut my hair. Because I need to shape it up at the back, the sides and the front. But yeah, as you know, I'm doing a hair challenge, no trim to Arsenal in the trophy. And on Sunday, we're in the Carabao Cup final. This is the first opportunity to win some silverware. I'd appreciate if you can go win the silverware. Guys, see you soon. Peace.